What's up, guys? Got one to show you. Normally I do my videos earlier in the day, but I'm going out of town and finish this up earlier, and I'd rather send this out tomorrow than wait until Friday to send it out. So as you can see, it is dark outside, using a little bit of some lighting to assist here. So you might recognize this build. This is the third one like it that I've made. Jeff wanted another one, but on this one, a stainless steel band instead of a leather. So if you've seen this build before, scroll back just a little bit, or if you haven't seen it, scroll back and you'll see another, and then another one just a little bit further back. Have it on leather. So this is an Amphibia dial, Blue Wave. And what's nice about the Blue Wave dial is in different lights, it is also purple. So just depends on the angle in which you get it in. But what's really nice about that dial is it plays really well with the Baikal bezel. The Baikal has a nice dark blue on the inside and more of a teal, more vibrant blue on the outside, with a touch of orange there at the top, dead center there. So that goes really nicely with that dial, and then we just custom paint these seconds hand to kind of flow better with the outside. Custom white hand set that we've fitted to this pinion. Anchor engraving on the crown, as this is an Amphibia, matching the logo on the brushed clasp there at the top. What is that? We'll have to hit it with a little sander there. I use the green side of a Scotch-Brite to brush, so I need to just hit that again or something like that. Not sure why it's not popping off. But laser etched clasp. Large window exhibition case back on there. Gilded rotor. Will that focus? It'll focus there. Gilded rotor in there, and a stainless steel movement holder from the plastic one. That Baikal bezel, just for a reference point on that, my understanding of it is the amount of decompression that you need coming back up. So you can see it at 60 seconds and 57. It kind of has like a kind of a countdown. There's your 30, your 25. So actually, no, it's counting up. 60, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. But then there is like a countdown referencing on there as well with the 57, 42. So I am not the guy to ask. I know it looks super cool on here, and there is a purpose to it, but I could not tell you what that is. But that is the Baikal bezel. It's got a nice kind of polished knurled lip to it. So if you haven't seen any of these builds before, these are held on with a tension ring, so you can turn it left, you can turn it right. It does not click. It's just held on with a tension ring. I just put it on just a little bit tighter so that it doesn't just freely spin on you. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder to keep the time. But if it's dead, or you're not going to be very active, you want to pre-wind it before you put it on. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads and see here clicking. At that point, you can turn it that way and wind. Turning it backwards doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you do this for 4, 5, 6 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, you'll keep time throughout the day. And if you do it for something closer to 20 seconds, you're going to max out that 31-hour power reserve, which is what I do because I'm not wearing the watches around. So there's a thing that I won't be able to show because I did it ahead of time for Jeff. But if you look at the other video, you'll be able to see it. So I have set the time and reference point with the date. So there is no quick date sets on these. So when you pull to the one and only click, you can now set your time. It is not a hacking movement, so that hand is going to keep going, and sometimes it's going to catch and bounce around a little bit. But there is no quick date set. So how do you get to that? So what you'll do, and we're after midnight right now, In a nutshell, once you advance it to at 24 and you see that jump, go backwards to 8 o'clock and advance it back forward to your 12, and it will move it forward. So if you want to watch any of the other videos that I have with that, I've already set his date. So if I add 1 day on here, I'm going to have to add 30 more, and I don't want to do that. So that's how you do it. There's no quick date set. That's just how you have to do it. So you've got a wobble crown. It's going to deflect lateral pressure from bending the stem, putting pressure on the movement. It also has a clutch system in here, so you can go from winding it to setting the time, but to go back, you have to screw it back down and re-engage the clutch. The clutch also prevents impact against this from putting any damage into the movement. So very cool. I'm a big fan of the wobble crown. Also, if you don't want to just put pressures on it back and forth, just kind of pull back, put some tension on it that way, and you won't. It would just be kind of keeping it straight. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 12:59 a.m.
12:59 a.m. Just push it right back over, and then, as I say that, and then throw it back down. So that is the build, sir. I appreciate you a ton wanting another one. I thought it turned out pretty killer. Granted, the other ones did too, but it looks good on that nice brushed silver. So if you ever get anything on these, just brush the same direction with the Scotch-Brite. Is it handy for me? It is. I'm going to try and knock that off on that clasp while I'm thinking of it. So what you'll do is you'll just brush in one direction. So if you're going up, so for like this one, if you're going to go up, a lot of times I'll just hold it off like this. Did that piece already come off? No, it's still there. But I just go in one direction. And it is kind of difficult to show this on here just because of how my screen's angled. And it's gone. So same thing with this is brushed. The case is brushed. If you'd ever get a nick on this, just go in one direction. Go here and around, here and around. So, and if count it out. If you do it 5 times here, do it 5 times here, do it 5 times here, do it 5 times here. If you see any kind of noticeable change, I do it all the time. I'll do just like one section because a lot of times popping the original bezels off, even though you slide under there and you're using protection, sometimes I'll get a little nick in here. And I might have to use a polisher and then go back to a brushed finish. But it doesn't take very many spins of that before I'm back to that. So that's how you take care of that. But that is your build. Your build will come with matching beads, as everything's too close. Matching beads there. No brown on this one, obviously, since you do not have a leather strap on there. I'm going to put this in one of my white vintage Baikal slider boxes. So it just slides forward. Every build comes with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts of this watch as a whole. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. And some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's essentially the same thing as Polywatch. This is an acrylic glass, and you can scratch it if you do. Put a tiny bit on it, buff against it, filling that scratch up. Generate some heat with your thumb, and you'll knock it out in about 15-20 seconds. Utilize something like a super ultra drying cloth. I am about out of all mine, still waiting on stuff to get shipped to me. But if you use a microfiber, you have to use one of the ultra fine microfibers. It's almost like a nylon that works the best. Generate some heat with your thumb. You will knock it out in about 15 seconds, and just use what you need because a tiny bit will go a very long way. This is enough to last you your whole watch, I promise. Just put a tiny, tiny drop on there and buff it out. So that is your build, man. I appreciate you a ton. I will get this shipped out to you in the morning. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.